Hi everybody, welcome to Carvley's C of E Primary School. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time to look at this presentation, and I hope it some way helps you to make up your mind whether you think this is going to be the right school for you, your family and your child, or whether it's not. And I really sincerely hope you do enjoy what you hear and want your child to be a member of our school. But if you decide it's not for you, no hard feelings. I think it's really important you take your time to get information about a number of schools that you might be considering and then choosing the right one for you. As I say, hopefully that's us. My name's Bob Curran, I'm the head teacher. I've been head teacher for 5 years now at Carvley C of E, enjoyed every moment of it. It's a real privilege to work here and I'm really happy to be the head teacher here. Before that I was head teacher at a school in Bradford for 5 years, which I also enjoyed. And before that I was acting head at another school in Bradford, big three-form entry in a city school. So I've got quite a bit of experience of leading schools, as have the rest of the leadership team, which is fantastic. So there's Miss O'Hara, who's our deputy head, who's many years experience and a lot of that spent in early years, so a really important person in school. And we've two assistant heads, Mr Manette and Mr Hallis, also plenty of experience in primary schools. And some really important names for you are the reception staff at the moment. So we've got two teachers in reception, Miss White and Miss Longdon, who you'll be seeing later on some video clips. And also we have three teaching assistants working in reception, Miss Price, Miss Dennison, Miss Garrett. And again, you'll be introduced to those ladies a bit later on. Now between them, those 5 practitioners have got oodles of experience of working in reception and in nursery. They're very nurturing, they're very caring, and they're fantastic educators. And I really think they give the children a great start to their school careers and start that foundation. It's called foundation stage for a reason. The foundation for everything that comes after in the school, and you could argue has a big influence on the rest of their life. But I'm really pleased with our team. They're really hardworking and they're lovely to work with, and they really care about the children that they work with. So why choose Carvley C of E? What makes it a special place? I think it's a special place. What makes it different? It's hard because you can't see the school, but I know that if I was to take you around the school, you'd see lots of smiling faces and lots of children enjoying the learning, and that's how we like it. So, when your child comes to Carvley, what are you hoping? What are you hoping for them? I'll tell you what we offer them. We offer them a fantastic academic experience. We focus on providing the children with very, very important key skills around maths and English. So we're talking there about phonics, writing, reading, all the math skills and times tables, right up to year 6 where they're doing algebra and all sorts of things to a very high standard. So that's really important for us. They're the basis that the children require to really move themselves on when they get to their secondary school. But we don't just focus solely on English and maths. We realise that children have interests and talents all over the curriculum. So we do provide a broad curriculum. So the children are learning about geography and history and music, art, DT, all the national curriculum subjects and RE. So we present a broad and balanced curriculum that the children build up those subject-specific skills as well as they go through our school. I'm really proud of our academic achievement at school. School is always above national in terms of attainment at the different key stages where they do their testing, and that's been the case for a number of years, and that's been got by hard work of the staff and the pupils working together to make sure that we look after everybody in school, from the most able to the least able. We're wholly inclusive. We look after the learning of everybody, and the children support the learning of each other. And that brings me on to a second aspect of our school ethos, and that's the idea of this social development and the idea of us being a community. We work really hard with the children to get them to understand that they're not just an island, they're part of something, they're part of a community. They're part of a group of people who want to work together to help everybody within it. So we encourage the children to support each other's learning. We encourage the children to understand that people might have different strengths to you, but it doesn't make you any better or worse because they've got other strengths that you don't have. We ask children to understand that it doesn't matter if you have a slightly different outlook on life, if you've got a different skin colour, if you've got a different religion. everybody's welcome in our community, and we understand that people are different to us, but we accept that, and we can get on together and work together to be better people. That's a really important part of our school. And if you were to walk around school, you wouldn't be seeing anything much in the way of behaviour issues, because we work with the children to help them to understand what's right and wrong, and to sort of police themselves and each other. And that supports a really harmonious community, and we definitely have that here. We certainly haven't excluded anybody since I've been here, and it's very rare that I speak to children about behaviour. And if it is, we are a forgiving community, and usually, with a little bit of thought and reflection, we move on. It's rare, but we have there are ways to deal with that sort of thing. So we work hard with children academically. We work hard with them about understanding the part of a community and the importance and responsibility that brings. And we also look after the spiritual development of the children. We are a church school, so we support the development of spirituality. But we're not a Christian school in so much as Christianity is the main focus of everything we do. It's an important aspect of us, of our life as a church school. But we support and welcome people of any faith, of any tradition into our school. Yes, we do talk a lot about Jesus and his message, but to me, the message of Jesus is inclusivity and caring for everybody, whoever you are, weak, strong, whatever your feelings are. You're welcome in our school. You're a member of our community. And we encourage children to think about beyond themselves and beyond Carverley and some wider, global aspects, because we want them to understand how that might impact on them, but also how they can impact on it. We encourage them to think about big questions. Why am I here? Who put me here? What's God's mission? All those sorts of things. And just the spiritual and awe and wonder of the world around us. We develop all that. That's really important because we want people to care about our environment. So academically, socially, and spiritually, we look after the children's needs, and we want to develop all those three aspects of the children. We do have a rather long mission statement. It's only 50 words, but it's too long to read out here. But we try to crystallise it down, and we work with the children on that to say, come on, what is the key aspect? Let's think of 3 words that really sum up our school. And the thing that the whole community came up with was love, learn, and care. And hopefully that sums up our school, and certainly what we're trying to aim for all our children. To love one another, to work hard and be the best you can be academically, and to care about God's creation and the people around you. That, hopefully, in essence, is our school, and hopefully that your children will see that and bring that message back to you if you decide that this is the school for us. Now, a bit more nitty-gritty, because there's lots to find out about school. We're a 2-form entry school, so with 60 children in each year group. We're always oversubscribed, which means more people want to come to school than we can take in. We are a voluntary aided church school, so we have close links with the diocese as well as we do with Leeds City Council. We work closely with them like all the other community schools do, but we do have that separate little bit of identity, that church aspect. We celebrate all the major Christian festivals, as you would expect, Christmas, Easter, etc. But we also celebrate and recognise the major celebrations of other faiths from around the world. Because, as I said earlier, we're an inclusive school, and everybody's welcome to join us at Carverley, regardless of your faith or background. And we just value you as a person and as an individual, and we value your beliefs. We have our latest Ofsted inspection was in December 2017. Seems a long time ago now, but it was a very good outcome, and we're really pleased with lots that was said in that report. I think it encapsulated school really well at the time. It described a tangible, nurturing ethos which was at the heart of everything we do, and that to me was a lovely thing to read, and it meant a lot to me because that's the sort of school I want us to be, because that means we care about everybody and everything that they do. It also talked a lot about the pupils and the staff's attitudes to learning and to each other, and again, that was really nice to read. The report's on our website, but you can get it anyway just by putting a Google search in. I'd encourage you to read it. Hopefully things haven't changed too much since then. I certainly don't think they have. Our latest SIAMS inspection, which is the Church of England inspection of schools, was last year, 2019, and again we got a very good outcome for that. And again, that's on our website, and again you could search that online. But both very, very positive reports to validate, hopefully, what I've been saying and what we feel about our school. Ofsted and SIAMS are important, obviously. They give you a flavour of school, I think. They don't tell you about school so much as the whole of school. They take their view on things, and it's an important process we go through. But the people who we work with all the time are the children and parents, and their feedback is really important to us, probably more so than the published reports, really. Over the last 5 years, we've held parent satisfaction surveys, and I'm pleased to say that we have 95% plus positive feedback from parents about how children feel in school, the service parents feel they get from school, and how well the children are doing in school and the quality of teaching. So parents who come here, generally speaking, enjoy being part of our community and feel that school looks after the children and the children are progressing academically and socially. They feel that their children are looked after, and they would also recommend the school to others. And again, those are all 95% plus, some as high as 98% responses to those year after year. So again, I'm really proud of that, and all I can say is that I'm determined, as all the staff are, to keep working hard even in these really difficult times to ensure that we're providing the best we can in the situation that we face ourselves. One visitor to school came, asked a group of Year 6 children, just as they were about to leave, what score would you give Carvely CE out of 10? And 10 of them were asked, and 9 of them said 10, and 1 of them said 9. That's a pretty good response, and they're the children who have lived it and breathed it and have grown in all sorts of ways through it, and that's the response they gave. Now, transition into school is going to be very different. Again, this year it was different for the children who started this year. They didn't have an opportunity to visit school before they started in reception. However, they have settled in really well. Our modified transition programme this year involved us emailing the parents, having some Zoom meetings, and I think we took quite a bit of a longer transition into school than some schools have done, which is fine. With some part-time placements to build up that knowledge of the place, to get to meet and build relationships with the staff, for the staff to get to know the parents. I'm pleased we did that. The children have settled in remarkably well this year, very few tears, and if you were to meet them now, I don't think you'd believe that they'd only been in school a few short weeks. They feel at home already and are part and parcel of school life. So they've settled in really well. We'll probably do the same next year. It's looking like at the moment, if things stay as they are now, we'll have some Zoom meetings with you and your children, so our staff get to meet you. We find out about the strengths of your children, know what's interesting them, so we can try and develop the curriculum to suit their interests as much as possible. The children, as I said, couldn't do any visits this time. Maybe they will next year, I don't know. If not, we'll do a phased entry into school in September, so we build up the children's confidence and understanding of school, and they will very rapidly feel at home in school, I can assure you. I used to say we had an open door. Obviously we don't at the moment, but again, one thing that myself and Miss O'Hara in particular, but all members of staff, try to do is make sure that we're there to answer any questions. It's always best to come to us if there's anything which you're not sure about or a question to ask. We'd much rather you come and speak to us. Even if it's something you're not happy about that we can try and address, than, speak to anybody else about it. Just come and see us. We try very hard, but we don't get everything right. But we do our best to resolve anything which we think we could improve. And sometimes the help of parents is critical in that. So if you do have any questions, as I say, we've given you the email address earlier. Keep hold of that. Please use it if you feel you want to. That's a bit about our school. To get a feel for it, the academic, the social, the spiritual, the loving community, which I hope we have. We look after all the children for all their needs. We're very big on sport. We used to be. It's difficult now. Children are learning music, individual lesson, instrument tuition, that sort of thing. That goes on. The children have opportunities to do that. All the children will learn recorder. All the children will learn ukulele. So we're trying very hard all the time to think of different ways to promote excellence in different aspects of life. One thing I forgot to say, school did win the Gold Award for PE and sport as well. So we're pushing out on all those fronts too. So, sorry, I'm going on quite a bit, but there's a lot to tell you about school. One thing that obviously you're going to be really interested in is the admissions procedure. And one thing which I need to make really crystal clear is, because we are a Church of England voluntary aided school, we have our own admissions policy. It's available on our website for you to look at, but it is different to Leeds City Council's policy. So it's really important you understand that. It's a different admissions policy to Leeds City Council's. However, the application process is managed for us by Leeds City Council, so you apply in the usual way to Leeds City Council when you make your preferences. Okay, so we've got our own admissions policy, but you don't apply it directly to us. You follow the information that's made available by Leeds City Council. Sorry, that's a bit complicated, but that's what schools chose to do, to become voluntary aided, to have its own admissions policy. And basically the admissions policy works on a ranking basis. So we have a number of levels which I'll go through now, which are in order of priority. So if you were to apply to join our school, these would be the areas we would look at in areas of priority. So the first priority would go to any looked after children, those in local authority care from wherever, doesn't matter. If they're a looked after child, they have prime preference at school. So they would get the first ranking, they would automatically get a place at our school. The second priority level is any child who already has a sibling in school. Okay, so if a brother or sister already comes to school, that's priority level 2. In the last 5 years, every child who has a sibling in school has always got a place at Carverley C of E. After that, if you don't have an association with school at the moment in terms of a child attending, the third priority banding is anybody who lives within the parish of Carverley. Now that's slightly different to the local authority area. We do have a map available on the website because our parish does include the whole of Carverley, but also a small part of Rodley and also a very small part of Appley Bridge. So I suggest you contact or see the school website to find that information, or you can email us if you are concerned about that. So if you live in the parish boundary, that's the next priority level. And everybody who's applied to us over the last 5 years who lived inside the parish boundary has got a place at our school. The next priority is for those who live outside Carverley parish boundary but attend St Wilfrid's Church regularly. If you fall into that category, you will be asked to fill out a supplementary form which you can bring to school, which the vicar has to sign off to say that he or she knows that you are in regular attendance. Then you become the next priority band. After that, if you live outside Carverley but attend a Churches Together church, again you need a supplementary form for that, signed by the minister or vicar. You can bring that to school. That's the next level of priority. And then after that, it's anybody else who's applied. So those are the ranking order we give. So the first one is looked after children. The second one is if you have a sibling already in school. The next one is if you live inside the Carverley parish boundary. If there's still places left after that, we would look at applications for people who live outside Carverley but attend St Wilfrid's Church. If we still places after that, we'd look at people who live outside Carverley but attend a church on a regular basis. And if there's any places left after that, we'd look at anybody else. It's difficult to make a prediction because our numbers vary all the time. All I would say is that we are oversubscribed every year. In fact, I think we're the third highest school in terms of oversubscription in Leeds. So that gives you an idea. It's a popular school. Generally speaking, we get down to children who live in Carvely. Sometimes we go to children who live outside Carvely but attend St Wilfrid's or another church. It's rare we go beyond that. I just want to be honest with you. That's how it's fallen most of the years. So our 60 children come from those categories. We do have a waiting list for the children who wanted to come but aren't successful. And as soon as school opens, because sometimes people change minds or move or whatever, as soon as we get to September, we run our waiting list based on those criteria too. And nearly every year group in school has a waiting list at the moment. So you apply to Leeds City Council in normal way, but we decide who gets a place, depending on our priorities that I've just outlined to you. Feels like I've given a lot of information there, and it's quite a long presentation. I hope it's given you a feel for school. All I would say to you is, if you want your child to come to a school which asks the children to work hard, but understands that everybody is an individual and will work at their own pace, but will be given the right support at the right time, in a school which we genuinely care for everybody, that we welcome everybody, and that we really do try every day to live those 3 words: love, learn and care, then hopefully Carvely CEV will be the school for you. If you do choose to apply to come and join us, I very much look forward to meeting you if you're successful in that application, to meeting your children. There's no greater privilege than working with children, meeting the families that they work with. Puts a smile on my face every day, and I hope that continues for many years to come. Thank you for listening. You've made it. It's been a long presentation, and no more from me just for the minute, but we'll also be showing you some videos of, as I said, the staff and the reception rooms to give you a feel. And please, if there's anything, please do come and ask us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you for listening. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.